Hey, good morning. Happy Thursday. We are going to talk about numbness, not your arms being numb or your legs being numb, but actually your life feeling numb, feeling empty, feeling not connected, maybe disengaged from your body. That might sound weird, but one of the most common things people say is, I feel like I'm walking through life not fully there, like not fully present. So I go into numbness, and I'm just going to read this because I looked up the definition of numb, and it is depriving of the power of sensation, of feeling, or responsiveness. And that's exactly what somebody feels if they don't feel present in the moment. Or I have this awesome story of a gal, it was many years ago, 8 or 9 years ago, and had been on multiple medications for bipolar. And she started to be adjusted in 5 or 6 weeks with the help of her doctor, started weaning, and was off medication in like 8 to 12 weeks, I want to say, rather fast, okay? And I remember the time she told me, Tiff, I don't feel very good. And so I asked, why? What, like, that's weird. We're like going in this trajectory, in this path. And she's like, I feel things that I have never felt. She had been on these medications for 40 years. I feel pain, I feel sadness, I feel joy, I feel excitement, and I have never felt that because I've been just like this, which is what I would say numb. Okay, numb, not excited, not happy, not sad. So in other words, she's never learned how to adapt to all of those feelings and sensations and responsiveness. So we do so many things to numb ourselves so we don't feel pain or we don't feel extreme happiness, because our thought process is once we feel extreme happiness, it's eventually just going to go down, right? The roller coaster, if it's really, really high, it's going to eventually go down. So we avoid conversations. We avoid our feelings. We avoid when something feels sticky in us. We don't actually want to go there. We don't want to cry. We don't want to get angry. We don't want to be sad. We don't want to inconvenience anyone. So we stuff it and we protect. And all of a sudden now we have this huge guard up, right? That's avoidance. Avoidance in many of my other videos I've talked about is every emotion leads to a physical issue. And that is one of the big ones to start it, that then creates guilt, resentment, anger, fear. Okay. Then we have the true, I want to physically numb this situation. I once had a friend that said, I will never have any beverages when I'm anything other than happy, because all it does is it numbs it, it avoids it. So then I wake up feeling crappier the next day that I didn't handle it. And so how many of you, us, eat, drink, medicate to stuff it, to numb yourself? And the medicate doesn't necessarily even need to be like, I feel sad, so I'm taking a medication to make me happy, right? They say the happy pill. It's not even necessarily that. It could be Tylenol because your back hurts, and we have numbed ourselves to understanding what the pain actually is and what emotion is creating the pain that actually is. It could be heartburn. That may numb the effect that you actually have to maybe eat differently, or maybe whatever feeling is attached to that. Heartburn will typically, anything with your upper gut, it'll typically also show up in your left mid-back. So obviously, and there. Understanding what the triggers are is what we're numb to, because we don't want to go there. It doesn't feel good. And what about like Midol or birth control pill? What does that numb? So education on our bodies, it numbs sexuality. It numbs understanding the signs that our body's giving us. I know many people who have been on the pill for 20 years and they get off because they want to have a baby. They have absolutely no idea what their body's trying to tell them. And so look at every single thing that you take that maybe stopping the connection from your brain to your body or your feelings. So think about all of those components, and because they're habits and we don't even really think about them anymore. You have heartburn and you take Tums and that just blocks everything, right? And you have migraines and you take this. And you have low back pain, you take this. We have incontinence, we take this. We have constipation, we take this. It's all our bodies are trying to tell us something. And so it just keeps us like this, not solution-minded, not sick-minded. Basically, we are not taking any responsibility for our life, and our life's circumstances is 100% our responsibility. We are the problem and we are the solution. Start paying attention to numbing behaviors. Certain people you hang around when you don't want to face your parents, let's say, to talk to them about something. Activities that you do. Maybe you just dive into like straight up self-help books because you're looking for more information, and that's not what this is. It's paying attention to what your body's saying so you're not always on autopilot. And so with this gal, I told her this is life. Life has color. Life is not gray. Life isn't supposed to just be sleepwalked through. We're supposed to have experiences that bring us extreme joy and extreme sadness in order for us to adapt and learn and then teach others on how to do that. So there are likely many, many, many things that you're doing in your life, and that your kids are probably also doing because they see you doing that. What are you hiding from? What are you holding back? And what ways are you numbing yourself from experiencing the life that you fully deserve? Well, maybe you don't know you deserve it, but you want it. Pay attention to the things that you want and what you are doing to mute that so that things aren't maybe black and white, because gray seems like a safer color. All right, this was a little bit deep on this Thursday. Hope you take it and run and change some lives along the way. Love you all.